What it do, what it do, what it do. Welcome. Happy Humble Good Times Day. I am Eden the Hero. Welcome to those of you tuning in for the first time. This is my journey through adversity, and for those who've been tuning in every week that I've been posting, y'all are real ones, and I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you comment one day if you ever choose to. So yeah, I don't have an itinerary like I usually do. I kind of just wanted to wing it because it's not a lot of shit that's been happening outside of the norm of the adversity I'm living in. I am still looking for a job. I am still waiting to get my treatment. I have no health insurance. I haven't received any answer from Medicaid. I still have my SNAP benefits. Like, I'm thankful for those, for real. I kind of just wanted to just touch base, really. I don't want to drag this one as if there's a lot to say, but outside of the things that are not in my control, what has been in my control has been the fact that I was able to complete 2 courses online. I was able to hit over 150 pages on this book that I'm reading, the Project Management for Dummies. I'm still writing my script, usual stuff. But I have been considering, I don't know if I should continue to say I'm journeying through adversity and continuing to speak of being in adversity versus speaking on coming out of adversity. I don't know if like I'm plaguing myself with the reminder of what I'm in versus where I'm trying to get to. I've only started considering that this past week only because it was something I watched, I feel like, where I think it was the Cree conversation with Shan Booty. I can't put my finger on it. It might have been a conversation me and my friend were having too, just about a lot of things of how we envision our lives and how decisions we made or didn't make and where it led us up to this point, and how we want to change the way that we did things before, even this late in life. I have less than 30 days of me turning 40. I don't have a job. I am financially not doing well. Just 100%. And I'm still okay regardless of it all. Like, the age thing versus where you're supposed to be in life or what you're supposed to have in life, it never applied to me, even though I've always questioned like what age I'm at and where I'm at in life. It does not apply to me, only because I've always been a late bloomer. A lot of things happened for me late in life, and I'm really okay with it. That means I have a lot to look forward to live out, and to know, like, I've never been married. I've been engaged before. I have not. I guess I got dismissed from college because of my grades or my GPA. But I didn't necessarily flunk out of college. It was just a GPA. Like, my grades weren't strong enough to bring my GPA up over a certain level, but that doesn't mean I failed. And even like going through all this training courses and everything that I've been doing, because now I know what I want to do with my life and for a career, it makes me understand like I should have never went to college. Like, college was literally a social experiment for me. It was never where I learned a bunch of shit. I learned more so in the self-independence of having to care for myself and stuff for the first time in my life, which I was not prepared for, considering I'm coming off of one of the worst years of my life, where I had to go and get major surgery and get a chunk of my intestines taken out, and my it's called a bowel resection, where it took part of my bowel and reconnected, all that stuff. That was the worst year of my life at one point. And then fast forward like 22 years later, this has been so far the worst year of my life, of not having stability. And not that it's gonna be like this forever, which is not. It just made me realize like things can happen at any time, and honestly, I've just been leaning on my faith through it. I've been just leaning into God, trusting that all of this craziness is gonna turn into something way better. All the things that I'm learning, the time I'm putting in to studying and building more skills, is gonna make me that much more marketable in the job market. And it's funny because like the industry I've been into, that I want to go further into the supply chain, and knowing how badly the supply chain is being affected by the tariffs, and how it's going to cause shortages for us here in the US. It's like, it's the perfect place to get into, but at the same time, it's a scary industry right now of just getting into like supply chain and logistics, because of how unpredictable it is a bit right now. We're always going to need stuff. We're always going to need to import stuff. It's never going to be a time where we don't need to. Everything can't be made here in America. Hence why we need collaboration all over the world. We all need each other to survive as humans on this earth. There are so many great technologies across the board in every industry that helps progress us as human beings, and it just, to me, it makes sense to have unity amongst us as people. People really are fueled by hate, and it's so sad because it really ain't about the people that they hate. It's really about themselves. It's a self-inflicted disease. Hate is disease to me. It could be cured with love, self-love, love of God, love of others. But I'm getting out of the habit of saying how much I hate people versus how much I have compassion for people, and how much we do need each other. There's value in all of us, no matter how little or how big. There's value in every person on this earth. Because you'll see someone that's struggling worse than you, and then it makes you realize I'm really not that bad. Like, that's something I gotta constantly tell myself. Is just the reminder, like, there are people who have it worse than me. There are people that are not living to see age 40. Like, that's just a blessing in itself, to make it to age 40, especially with all the things that I've come across and been up against, with illness, with crazy accidents, with being robbed, with so much craziness. My life has been spared. There's purpose in my life, in my breath, and I'm just thankful to God. Like, I really don't want to even overly concern myself with how I'm going to celebrate my birthday, and just delve into the fact that I'm here to see another year, to cross that 40th line of life. It's a blessing. As I'm talking about it, I'm just more and more grateful for that opportunity. I'm thankful for my family that's been just holding me down. And another thing that I've been thinking about is just taking the shame out of being just having an average job. So, like, I spoke about how, my respect has grown for people that just want to do a job. They're not looking to have a career with a company they might have been with for years. They might have once upon a time looked to move up, but then they talked themselves out of it because they didn't want to deal with the headaches and the responsibilities. B, don't have no real interest in it. Or C, they don't feel confident enough to actually take that spot. So for me, how I've been looking at, like, a career in leadership, I actually do want to make a difference. I believe it or not, I think what I've always been more concerned with when it came to, like, business is how people are brought into a company, because it'll make or break a person's decision to stay with a company, is how they're brought in and how they're cared for and supported. And for me, that's probably the most important thing. I would like to make people feel more valuable in what they do, because these guys in warehouses, whether you've ever worked a warehouse job or not, those are some hardworking ass people, one, and two, they're so valuable. That type of work is so valuable, much like the immigrants who come over and work the fields and, like, these farms and everything to get our foods from farm to table in that whole supply chain. So it's just like, take the shame out of what you do. There's no job that's not valuable. From the guy that cleans toilets to the woman working at the lunch, the cafeterias, feeding these children. If those people weren't there, your child wouldn't be having a meal, or they'll have to feed themselves, or you'll have to come in and feed your child. Like, there's so much value that makes this world go around in what people do and the littlest things they do. Like, no job is too small, and I value that so much. I don't look down on it, and I'm not necessarily above it, but I do have a vision for my life. I do have goals for my life where I do want to step into a position to create better opportunity, not more necessarily more opportunity, but better opportunity. So when people are coming into a company, they will want to stay with the company. They're going to have the resources, the support, the actual proper training. Just want to talk about one of the interviews I had this week. I met with my old company, and the interview went good. Now, granted, it's a job that I've done already. The company, I'm fully aware of how they operate. The interview was just straightforward. Like, it was nothing super over. I was very confident, but I brought my confidence to it. I stayed humble through it, because in the last time I interviewed with them, I was probably overly confident, and I was very comfortable because it was another black guy sitting across from me, and I was very motivated to want to get back into that company at that time. And I was just, I knew the job, and it's like I still didn't get hired for something I've done in the past. It was a different system and a different type of warehouse, because it was more automation, but I would have held that shit down no matter what. Didn't get hired. This time around, I'm like, okay, let me pump the brakes. Let me, humble myself, because I am in need of a job. I don't want to oversell myself, but then again, I know what I'm capable of. So I was confident, had some questions, and throughout the interview, he's like, yeah, you know this, you know that, you've been with the company. I do have another interview that he kept bringing up, this other interview he had to do. So I was like, I'm gonna just use that as like, keep looking. Don't get comfortable with this company. Again, don't get comfortable. You've been there once. You can possibly get back in if you keep trying, but if maybe it's just not meant for me to go back. But it took a while to even get. Oh, not to mention, the interview was supposed to be Monday. It got pushed to Tuesday. I've been having, since I've been trying to schedule the phone interview, it took me like a week and some change to actually get that phone interview, because I couldn't, the system was being weird. And then to get the in-person interview and it be pushed back a day, and then told that, yeah, I still have one more person to interview. I'm just like, I'm not comfortable. I'm not going to get comfortable. I'm just going to act like I didn't even get the job and just keep looking. So I ended up applying for these other jobs. I had a phone interview last Thursday with this other company. Way closer. Pay is decent for what they're hiring for, and there's a ton of growth opportunities that is with this company. It's like a parent company that I phone interviewed with, that they recruit people, and then they basically buy companies. So this is a manufacturing company that I'm going to be interviewing with for parts for some type of science engineering. So I'm like, cool. And then I looked over their benefits and everything. They have training courses you can take to grow your skills too. So I was like, yes, that's awesome. So they definitely invest in this type of skill building courses for their employees, because they want to keep employees. That's smart. That's smart as hell. That's the kind of company I'm looking to want to be a part of, is that they really care about evolving and growing their employees. So I'm like, cool. And I have this in-person interview tomorrow at 11 a.m. And I'm looking forward to it. And it's something that I'm really hoping they consider me further for, because it's pretty much like the last job I had, but it looks like it's more focused on just the shipping side, not necessarily the receiving side. So we'll see. what it all entails, but it sounded like from the phone interview it's pretty much an all on me type of situation again, which I'm not crazy about, but they are offering more money in this position than my last position. So, oh my god, my nose is itching. So I gotta start somewhere. We all gotta start somewhere, wherever we're trying to go. We're all not, like, I've been struggling with the thought of, like, the term settling. And at the age of 40, I don't want to settle. I don't like the term settling. It's like you're kind of just giving in, and I feel myself more accepting of where I'm at versus settling. I'm accepting of the fact that I am unemployed. I'm about to turn 40. I have a long way to go and where I want to get to. And I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still dreaming. I'm still doing. I'm still believing. And I'm still excited about life regardless. There's a lot of things that I used to like to do that I can't do right now when it involves money. Like simply just driving to the city and paying for parking. Can't do that right now. I was invited somewhere yesterday by this girl from my church, and I couldn't go because I have no spare funds for going out. I pretty much told my friends to stop inviting me places because I can't do it. I told them that last year. I was like, don't even bother sending me any invitations because I'm not going to be able to do it. And it's been probably now reaching over a year since I said that, because they were going to beautiful places, traveling. Here I am, right at home, just trying to figure shit out. Especially like when I started Humble Good Times, I was looking to find a second job, and I started cutting back on certain things, and little did I know a few months later that this is where I would be. But I'm not in the hospital, I'm not under the ground, I'm not homeless. I'm 1 yes away from stability. So all y'all going through this, stay humble, stay hungry, know that this is not your final destination. Don't give up hope. Lean into God during this time if you're a believer. And when you have the time to actually do things that you want to do or can do without the involvement of like money, if you have a hobby or something, do it. Put some energy into that. Learn as much as you can. It's free online. I already posted a few resources of that. But this has been a Humble Good Time. I am Eden the Hero. Peace.